Good day. Today I decided that I would do a video on the aseity of God. I think one of the reasons why God is so above things like human suffering is because of his aseity. There's just something about him. You know, people might think that it's not right that God brings human life into this world. But really, there is something about God which is so profound. Something which, like I don't even know if the elect will learn about it when they're in heaven. Lucifer was the anointed cherub which covereth. He would have been pretty close to God. He also have the seraphim. The aseity of God, his self-existence. I think people need to be more mindful of that. There are times where I say things or type things and then I realize that it's foolish. Like God is to be feared. It's no wonder that people come up with fancy titles for him. Ancient of Days, for example. There was no day where he was created. He's always been. I don't know how to show enough gratitude because what he's done. For us elect humans, we don't deserve his grace at all. And it's pretty amazing to think about how God has been around throughout all of human history. The world wars, all the world wars, Like, far out. Yeah, if humanity meditated upon the aseity of God, far out. Maybe then it would conduct itself in a better fashion. Because, like, us humans really do take it for granted, the aseity of God, and how it makes obvious to us that He is deeply profound. If He never created anything, there would be no matter in motion. God was always going to be God. The Son of God was always going to be the Son of God. What's my point? My point is that it's not like He's surprised that He is, that He has always been. It doesn't surprise Him. He always has been what He is. Yeah, I come into existence, enter into this world. I am what I am. I could have never been anyone else. Your individuality is a gift. I can be grateful for my own being, my own person. There was never going to be a replica of me. Every human should be grateful for individuality. If there was no individuality, it would be like robots. Robots don't have individual personalities. They're manufactured automatons. They don't have emotions. I think about all of humanity. God is the God of so many different peoples. All these different races, all these different nationalities. Far out. The aseity of God is also amazing because just imagine we're made in God's image and likeness, so he must be a spirit being, which is in the form of us. Wow, we're made in his image and his likeness. That's amazing. That makes sense. humanity is the most notable creation. If I was God, of course I would want humanity to have my image and my likeness.
Hey, Joey.
If God wasn't amazing, He wouldn't be able to create this world and humanity. It takes an amazing being for deeply consequential things to occur. The creation of the world, one of the most consequential things which has ever occurred. Because, the creation of this world entails the creation of humanity and everything else. What does it mean that God aren't mindful of him? And part of what makes humanity so amazing is consciousness. Why did God create humanity the way he did? Why didn't he create humanity differently? Surely it would have been possible for him to introduce some other things, like additions to sight and to sound. I mean, we can't even contemplate or imagine or wonder on Earth what this would involve if there were additions to sight and vision and stuff like that. Only God could come up with new stuff, I think. The five senses.
Who are you talking to?
Camera.
A camera? You're talking to a camera?
Yeah.
With someone else on the other end?
No.
Oh.
So, I can't imagine what God would add to the five senses. The angels, they would have sight, probably. Cognition. Maybe in heaven there is an addition, some senses which humanity is yet to be aware of. If it weren't going to be amazing, we wouldn't have been created. The question is, could have God made humanity more amazing than what he did? Why did he make humanity this way? humanity has everything it needs. Procreation, the propagation of the human species. There have been times where I've thought about God as being like this amazing being, like candles around him, and like a white sheet covering him. You're sitting on a bed or something, hearing like self-existent being. Pretty amazing. Like I remember one time there was a cat, and it was a very shy cat. It wasn't sociable. And it was very difficult to get close to it. It got me thinking, approaching God or getting close to God on your own, very difficult. In the Bible it says that our God is a consuming fire. So a cat, well, this particular cat, you move toward it, and it wouldn't be long until it would start running away. Getting close to that cat, very difficult. getting close to God is even harder. He created the sun, and he's a consuming fire. Far out. Like, in this analogy, where I think of God as being like a self-existent being, well, he is a self-existent being, but in this analogy where he's sitting on the bed and he's got the candlesticks around him, he's got the white sheet over the top of him, like, getting to him, I mean, just by viewing him from a distance would be a mind-blowing experience. But to actually get past the candles and then to be able to pull up the shade. Oh wow. I mean, if a creature tried to do that in this analogy, it's like birds, like sparrows. If you come in close contact with a sparrow and you put it into a net, it enters into shock. It's like, whoa, what's going on?